Somewhere in your birth chart is a placement that decided, before you ever threw a punch or picked a fight, exactly how you go after what you want and exactly how you explode when you don't get it. That's your Mars sign, not your personality, the raw, unfiltered instinct underneath it. Two people can want the exact same thing, and one goes straight for it, while the other circles for 3 weeks before saying a word, and neither one is choosing that. Mars picked it for both of them a long time before either one noticed the pattern. Here's where it actually causes damage. You snap at someone over something small, or you go completely silent when you're furious, or you chase a goal hard for 2 weeks, and then just stop touching it. You call it a bad mood, or burnout, or just how I am, and you never connect it to the same placement doing the same thing every single time. The fight always looks a little different on the surface, different person, different subject, but underneath it's the identical Mars reflex firing again. Left unexamined, this turns into a reputation you didn't sign up for. People start calling you too intense or too avoidant, and you start believing it, building a whole identity around a trait that was never really a choice. You apologize for a directness that's just how your Mars moves, or you shrink a drive that's actually one of your real strengths, because nobody ever told you the anger and the ambition come from the same exact place. Think about the last real fight you had, or the last thing you chased and then abandoned. Comment your Mars sign below. Most people don't even know it's different from their sun sign, and that's exactly why the pattern's been running unnoticed. The fix starts with naming the actual shape of your Mars, not moralizing it. A fire sign, Mars burns fast and forgives fast. An earth sign, Mars moves slow and holds a grudge like concrete. A water sign, Mars won't say a word until it floods. None of these are wrong. They're just different fuel systems, and fighting your own fuel system is where most of the exhaustion comes from. Then build the 2-second pause. Before you react, name what your Mars is actually doing in that moment. Chasing, defending, or shutting down, out loud or in your head. That tiny gap between the instinct and the action is the entire difference between a placement running you and you finally running the placement. No chart reading required, just that one check before you move. A man I'll call Devin kept losing arguments with his partner, not because he was wrong, but because he'd go dead silent the second things got heated, leaving her convinced he didn't care. He finally looked up his Mars, water sign, Cancer, and realized the silence wasn't indifference, it was flooding. He started saying one sentence out loud instead. I need 10 minutes before I can talk about this. Same Mars, completely different outcome. Devin didn't need a new personality. He needed to know what his Mars was actually doing so he could translate it instead of hiding it. Once he named the pattern, the same intensity that used to end conversations started ending them on purpose, on his terms. And his partner stopped reading silence as not caring. That's the entire use of tracking your Mars. Not an excuse, just finally knowing which fuel you're running on. If this just explained a fight you've had 100 times, like this video, comment your Mars sign and the pattern it's been running. This is Shadow Work, the series that names the instinct underneath the personality, not just the traits everyone already knows. Subscribe if today's episode explains something you'd stop questioning.